essentially having the long-range angles towards connector, peeking towards mid, holding towards A long, playing aggressive towards the A site with it, and playing that rotator roll towards B. Anyway, though, we are live into the pistol round. It's going to be the first pistol of the last map of the night. Let's see. Prophecy winning the pistol, starting on that CT side. Red Snake buying the utility right now on the T side, as Collar spots at the bomb as well, and all the players on Infused towards A long.
See, this is huge as well. Even though they got the information, they haven't forced the rotate early, actually, because they could try and go for the around the world here, wrap back through, and take this play back towards the B bomb site if they want to.
They could indeed, Jack. One thing to note as well is the fact that Prophecy currently have 5 sets of Kevlar, no kits in case the bomb is planted, so the retake may be difficult for them. Infused slowing this one down. Red Snake towards B platform, trying to get aggression. But already, Harrow peeks out. Doesn't quite get the kill though. It's a sloppy affair, but still, no players fall just yet.
Pushing their way in. This is where the first casualty will occur. Quicks takes down one man, doubles it up as well as he finds another kill. Kolor chimes in as he will eliminate Quicks, but there's the first frag going out for the UK side. As Trials will find a frag back on towards Quicks, but they're left in such an awkward position now. They begin to fall. Prophecy, they get the opening round, and this is huge. They can project themselves to at least get another 2 rounds off the back of this if they play their cards right.
Yeah, we saw the exact same happen though on Mirage. They won their CT pistol in a very one-sided affair. From there, once the buy round started, they simply let it split. They had their economy in tatters round after round after round, forcing the pistol buys, the non-Kevlar buys, the weak utility, and the lack of ops as well on their CT side was a big issue for Prophecy on Mirage. For Infused though, obviously, they're no stranger to the slow starts. Let's see what they can do versus the shotgun of Slap.
Well, Slap going to get removed, actually instantly taken down. Quicks has a little bit of damage, but they get themselves immediately into a 3 versus 2. They've scavenged those weapons as well. That extra kick they have in their arsenal now could glide them through this round, especially when they don't know Fry's location, but he has an apple crumble, and it all goes downhill. Kolor eliminates him, and it's back into a 2v2.
That could be the difference maker into this round. They know exactly what the remaining 2 CT players are though, Jack. They can still make this happen.
Push coming in. Mick right now playing behind Rock. They have actually weapons, they don't know he's there, but they clear the angle. The double kill comes out. The retake's looking good as they walk their way in, run them up through the site, and that is going to be the second round going to Prophecy. It was close, but at least they close it out.
Yeah. Fry 1 had the drop of that player towards connector, but he let it slip. Should have been a 3 versus 1, and that would have been the end of the round. Last player alive for that CT side on Prophecy basically had to be forced to save at that point. Instead, they're giving a lifeline, as Fry 1 does with. It's going to be 2-0 right now, as Prophecy do win versus the Force by coming out of Team Infused. The problem is as well, the bomb was planted for the T side. That's going to mean extra utility and firepower going into the first buy round.
So there is going to be that pause coming into effect now as well. And obviously, this actually does give them a little bit of time to reset just on the side of Infused. Obviously, that momentum coming in there, they can just chill out a little bit, pick it back as they get back into that continuum round. In terms of economy, we did see that bomb plant going down. So obviously, the buy is there as potential. They can go for that investment. It just depends on how they're going to be able to play this one out.
Yeah, I mean, you had 2 players staying alive for the CT side into the versus the Force buy. So, of course, the money will be low on that CT economy. The question is, do you risk it, right? If you're Infused right now, do you go for the audacious Force buy, try and take your chances, the high risk, high reward? Obviously, if that doesn't work, then you're currently in a 3-0 up. You're forced onto an eco. That's 4-0 down. You're going to give the CT side so much money as well because they're going to be having the SMGs versus the non-armored opponents on the pistols and rack up as much cash as possible. It's going to put them in such a good scenario for the remainder of the half.
Yeah, it's true. They just need to try and at least find themselves that leeway early. Fingers with Infused as well, obviously. As we've seen, they're a very hype-heavy team, very energy. They need to try and get that pump behind them immediately or else they start to flatten out.
I mean, you can just hear it as well. You can probably hear it through our microphones as well. Just the pure emotion coming out from Neil M across the room. Prophecy's behind us, and they're dead silent when they're winning rounds, when they're losing them. For Neil M, though, he's shouting across the whole arena. So, question is, Infused, do they risk it? And if they do, if it pays off, is that their gateway back into this one? So actually, they have gone for the audacious Force buy. Fry 1 opens things up.
Oh, that's a cheeky kill, as he is going to be able to find that frag straight away. Removes Arch from this situation, but Quicks pops out as he finds a double kill, leaving them in a 3 versus 3 right now. They have been able to find their footing on towards the bomb site. Red Snake in the position that Fry failed to excel at last time, but this time he does the damage, finds the headshot on towards Kolor, cuts off the rotate. But Slap's behind them, they don't know. They've committed towards the bomb plant. Mick has to try and aid him as they're left in a 2 versus 1, but the bomb isn't down.
1-man advantage for Team Infused now. Calais pushing through the smoke, trying to make it 1 versus 1. He does just that.
It's all on Red Snake, the IGL himself, trying to lead by example. He had a good showing into the previous match, but can he try it and keep that going, keep the momentum for his individual performance? Calais, normally an absolute nightmare. He is such a strong player for Prophecy, and he's not going to let this one slip.
The timing there. Red Snake drops the UMP, picks up the AK, and in transition of picking up that extra weapon, he's unable to shoot, and Keller takes advantage of that. It's going to be 3-0 now. The force spike doesn't merit the first round there for Infused, so it's going to be a slow start here. Has to go 3-0 down, and they're going to be forced onto a low bar. But they could force back into this one. I believe they're not, though. The reason being is, once again, obviously, one player alive on the CT side. You can still break that economy if you win one round. But eventually, they will cut their losses, and it's going to be the eco coming out from the T side.
Yeah, just going to try and go for the split style as well. Not grouping up, really. Probably going to be a late round take towards mid. They have no real utility to aid them. We're talking no flashes, no smokes, nothing to give them that extra little bit of leeway tactically to get in towards a bomb site. They do take an early tag as well. Aaron very low, just left on 22, but at least he wasn't taken down by Kolor here. But he's in a nice angle.
Money is still low on that CT side. Every single kill Infused can get will dent that bank so heavily.
Ooh, he did have the Kurt angle in play, but he couldn't find the frag. Push comes through as well. He has the backup of his teammate, and they do start to make mincemeat out of the opposition. The T's are falling thick and fast. It's all on Mick, and he's not alive for long. 5 players staying alive as well for the CT side, which means their bank will eventually start to swell and gradually, slowly but surely, build up to a scenario where they can continuously buy round after round in case Infused do get rounds on the board. Red Snake there, players sitting down. Obviously the coach, they're passionate, well really all the passion of that team behind him. What is Red Snake saying to his team right now? What's the call that he's going to be making? Is he going to go in for the contact play towards B, the drop split towards A? Let's see what they're going to bring into this one. That's the thing. It's never really sort of tactically heavy for Infused. It's always the slower style of split and picks or a heavy burst strategy that comes into a game.
For a map like Cobblestone as well, oh wow, actually, fast CT aggression coming out from Quicks. He's boosted up, could get the drop here on one of these plays, but actually shoots and gives away his angle.
Gives the game away and then decides to push in off the back of it as well. Doesn't even retweet because they know where he's from, doesn't actually back off, so they take him down. So, one-man advantage right now for Infused on the terrorist side. MCK now towards platform. A map like Cobblestone, on the T side, you want to have Fry1, MCK, players with such strong individual skill and caliber. You want those players just going for the contact plays out of platform and taking the 1v1 duels towards B. Flashbang's going early. Just playing a little bit of contact style CS right now. Slap. Up close personal by the smoke. If he would have run the risk, possibly finds one frag, but the trade would have been back in there. They can't afford that. They've already lost one man. So as this push comes in, they need to be on the ball here. Need to try and find 2 kills or more at this point. But Trials finds a double entry, one of them being on his own teammate actually, but Fry, luckily enough, starts to bring it back. Trials will be able to redeem himself as well as he gets another kill, and they do take control of that bomb site, finally getting that round.
Yep, only man falling from the T-side was actually a team kill coming out from Trials, so don't really want to count that one. Technically, no CT players, they're finding frags towards their B bomb site, and actually, if you're Red Snake and near them right now, the tactical minds behind this terrorist, this T side on Team Infused, you're going to be opting to go back towards that B bomb site. It really lends to your player's strengths.
Well, that's the thing, mate. If he carries on like this, he won't be on Trials for long.
Exactly that, mate. Off the bench and onto the salary. So, man number 6. It's going to be a 4-1 scoreline. 3 rounds separates these two teams. Another buy round coming out on both halves. 5 AK buy for Team Infused. No EDP for Fry1. We saw the impact that that AWP had on Mirage for the terrorist side. But now, into round number 6, it's going to be the AWP again onto Kolor, and then 4 rifles to finish off the rest of the buy, but only a kit onto Arch, so things could get hairy.
Yeah. These rifle aggressive plays towards that B bomb site as well, working so heavily into the favor of Team Infused. If you have the confidence and you can use that utility there, you smoke off, you block so many lines of sight towards that B bomb site, flash over for your teammates. As long as you've got players like Fryer that are going to run that risk, feel happy to go in as just a mad fragger entry and pick up those opening kills, it's going to be such an easy strategy.
You have to remember as well the confidence he's coming into this game. Hot off the press from Mirage, dropping 25 kills in, what, 20 rounds or so. You saw on the ADR, it's pretty much a kill a round. Gleaming with confidence, but can he carry it forward into this map? Currently on a 3-round deficit versus Prophecy, as the scoreline is 4-1. 50 seconds left on the clock now. The terrorists don't really have control of anywhere. Usually you're leaning towards an A-long default, a B platform default, but right now Team Infused have no real estate towards Cobblestone. And as the clock ticks down, it's going to be ever so against them in their favor.
Resetting themselves this time. Going to take the slow approach into the round, hit the fight towards the A bomb site. Kali does flashbang over, but he actually affects himself. Tried to fall back, but Fry, the man we've been hyping up so much, will find that snapshot. Takes him down as they now go for the flood towards the A bomb site. Kola was able to get himself into a good vantage point as he's finding frags with the AWP. He's acting so swiftly here as he keeps roaming around, doing damage, picking everyone off. And Quicks will find the final frag. Headshot towards Fry. Prophecy looking good in that round. A hat trick comes out for Kola.
Flamboyant play with a sniper rifle from Kola towards A long. Issue there for Infused is they went towards B, they wanted to go for the B play, but eventually those smokes towards platform just acted as almost a shield or a cement wall. They didn't want to go past them, and it forced them and tunneled them back towards that A site, and they walked into the crossfire and the chokehold of the AWP from Collar. Typically on your T side cobblestone, you're going for a default what? 1 towards outside drop, holding for the push, 1 towards B, and then 3 towards A, taking control of A long and middle, but no control coming out from Infused, but they're going to be setting up for smoke, so this could be the execute hard and fast assault now towards the B bomb site. It worked prior, but can it work right now in the present?
It's a heavy early nade usage coming out from Prophecy into this round, but they do get the opener as well, so they can afford to try and burn through that utility, waste as much time as they can to delay this push from Team Infused.
Things not good, looking good right now for the T side. MCK now peeks out the flashbang. Doesn't spot the player towards tree though.
Mick actually gets into the site undetected at this point as well, though. They're still focusing towards the players, towards Broken Wall, but he hasn't actually found the frags. It's still all on Aaron, even though he was just playing from that far back position towards Olaf.
Another retake comes in for the CT side. A kill to Slap, an AWP onto Collar, so not the best weapons you want in this scenario.
Slap playing up close and personal. That close quarter combat not going to go in his favor though, as he will fall, unfortunately. The T side looking pretty good as they have hunkered themselves down, but they don't have much else to play with. But if Mick keeps landing shots like that, then they're not going to have to worry about their HP.
MCK there, finding the remaining 2 kills and grants them round number 2. That could have been such a bad scenario there for Infused. If they lost that round versus Prophecy, it would have been what? 6-1, I believe, 5-1 in that scenario. Your money's reset as you've gone and you're fully forced into this current round. Forced onto an eco, that's where Prophecy can really gain an advantage there in terms of money, build up as much cash as possible with the SMGs, having 4 or 5 stay alive, and not having to reinvest into Kevlar, utility, and firepower.
Yeah. Tactical pause going to come out here for Team Infused as well. Obviously, they have a little bit of time to talk through their strategy, try and streamline everything and work out how they want to approach these upcoming rounds.
So, if you're Infused right now, the reason you're going for the tactical pause, even though you just won the round, is, in my eyes, it's because you don't want to be reset. NearLem knows exactly what happens if, well, Infused themselves lose this round. Their round loss bonus will be reset. Yes, it's a 5-2. There's only 3 rounds behind, really, but they lose this round, their money's broken, it goes to 6-2. They're going to be forced onto an extremely weak buy or even an eco round, and that's where things can really get out of hand in terms of how many rounds Prophecy can get on the board on their first half.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see what Red Snake actually decides to go for, and obviously if he has been able to read the situation correctly as they get back in.
So, actually, the eco's going to be coming out from the CT side. Prophecy going to be throwing the towel into this round. No sets of armor right now for the CT side, just CZs, USPs, and actually the Zeus, the taser, the one-shot at close range kill onto Calais. Going to be using that towards the middle portion of the map, but already fast play towards the B site as they group up together versus the non-armored opponents.
Smoke's going in, trying to play off the contact angles. Arch just going to play really up close to Broken Wood, I imagine, at this point. They will try and overwhelm. They have the smoke to give him a little bit of cover. If he pushes into the back line here, could take down Fry, but Mick sniffs him out, locates him, realised what was going on, and will stop any shenanigans into the round.
Yep, right after Prophecy as well. You wouldn't even, flinch to just not give these kills away. 5 versus 4. You're going to give away $1,200 in pure money in terms of kills, $300 per kill. So if they want to save this one, just not give over the extra cash, that's, fine, understandable.
Red Snake, and a little bit John Rambo right now as he is trying to find the kill. Struggling a little bit, couldn't find his composure to get that kill. Luckily enough, Trials and Co are going to be pushing in as well. They can afford to run this risky a little bit, but not when the round gets electrifying, as Calais will tase Trials. Kolar responds as well, the headshot back on towards Mick. There's actually quite a few casualties now for Infused.
Yep, they'll be feeling that one in the wallet. 3 players currently deceasing from that T side. Anyway, it's going to be a 5-3 now, as things get ever so closer into round number 9, I believe. Buy coming out from Prophecy. I saw one player there on around 1,000. The question is, are they going to do the 4 rifle buy, maybe have one player on a UMP light utility across the board for the CT side? And actually, the money's better than I thought it was. So it will be the 5 rifle setup, no AWP for the CT side, and obviously the AWP, the sniper rifle into Collar's hands is so impactful to have, especially in your CT side to find the first frag. AWP onto Fry 1 again, and 4 AKs to finish off the rest of the buy.
Go for that fast play once more, it seems, as they charge their way over towards that B-bomb site, try and get those entries and then decide off the back around how they want to play it. It's Mick and Aaron. They are a dynamic duo that does cause a disturbance quite commonly towards this B site, but they're actually in good positions this time. Quicks nearly gets the better of both of them. Mick was able to retaliate and get the trade, but they do have a 2-man deficit into the round.
CTs have given them drop to take control of B platform, trading real estate and portions of the map, but eventually now Slap playing outside drop. We'll know if they're going to be exiting towards window or electric. As eventually the bomb will regroup back with Fry 1 with the AWP. But again, another scenario where Infused have no control of the map, and it leaves them in such a dear scenario once things go south. They're going to have to go brute force towards the site and rely purely on Angels to open things up and try and secure round number 4.
Very true indeed, as they are going to try and go for this contact group play. Wolfpack style aggression right now as they slowly tiptoe in together, slithering their way down towards ramp. See if the peek will come through. They don't actually react though. He did peek. He had the orb on the angle but didn't fire for some reason. Fry, a little bit of panic showing through there.
Yep, unlikely for him to miss such an easy shot as well. 2 versus 3, low HP onto the remaining players. Slap should be able to seal the deal here.
It's true. He's in a great vantage point. Can do so much damage from this. He's hearing everything they're doing as well. Play around the smoke. Peek out, finds 1, finds 2. Team Infused, looking more like Team Confused right there.
Exactly. It's going to be 6-3 now, as Prophecy are doubling the Infused rounds and currently have the 3-round advantage. Near them, they're not looking too happy. Stark contrast to how we saw him on Mirage, constantly shouting, motivating all of his team, and right now, it's looking fairly lifeless. Round number 10, it's going to be the Eco or Quasi-Buy coming out from Infused as they have Kevlar onto 2 players, Aaron and Red Snake, but nevertheless, right? T-side, pistols, cobblestone, they can still deal damage, especially towards middle if they rush.
They are going to try and go for that burst style play, flood their way through, throw a spanner into the works and hope for the best at this point. Red Snake actually gets the opener, ridiculously long-range kill with that Tech 9 as he just hammers down on the trigger, but Kolor's there. He's mean in this position, and he is that angry boy today as he finds a double kill, but there comes a response frag. Slap and Arch will remove the competition. It all falls to Fry. Sure, he has an AWP, but when he gets a chance to wield it, actually does get 1 kill. The nade comes in, blows him straight out of the server.
Yep, gets the wallband dink there. Headshot through the wood, puts him to low HP, and the grenade will eventually finish him off. 7-3 will be the scoreline now, as the buy comes in from Infused. Right now, what's the call going to be? They've had success towards that B bomb site. They haven't really tested it. Color seems to shut them down every single time. Playing versus the AWP, obviously, Infused a team that lacks structure. They should be going for the A-long default, smoke off the bottom of long, or the back of long, sorry. 1 towards outside drop, 1 towards B, and take control of A long and execute towards A and block off any impact the AWP can have. They're walking into the scope of the AWP with no flashbangs or smokes.
Yeah, that's true. Infused right now, trying to go for this aggressive play. They'll just flood their way through, and it's starting to work out. Once they get themselves back into this momentum style of CS, just heavy aggression, charge in, take what you want when you want it, and it all falls towards Kali. He is scared, he is timid, and he's going to run away.
He would indeed. Quad entry there from Infused towards the B bomb site. It's going to be 5 players staying alive as well, so it's good for their money, leading into the rest of this first half. So they went for the fast play towards the B bomb site. They caught the remaining CT defense off guard and granted them the entries on the bomb site itself.
Yeah, it was scary because it was starting to look like Infused. They were kind of going to be the flame that burnt twice as bright but for half as long. They used all of their will in one go, and now we're just left broken and with nothing left. There was just wax everywhere. The
issue here is, on their T side, how often is that brute force rush going to work, right? As soon as Prophecy have good counter Molotovs, good crossfires, good setups as well, maybe a player hiding towards Chicken Coop once the push comes in, a flashbang from Rock, a flashbang from Connector or Drop, blinding those players, someone peeks out from Chicken Coop, easy 2K. For me right now, what could work on that T side is going for the A-long default, smoking off the end, taking control of the map, having 1 player towards B, smoke off platform, molly towards stairs. You can take control of B platform yourself just using utility itself. Have 1 player holding for the drop push, and then have control of long and execute towards the A bomb site and take the AWP out of the equation. But luckily for Team Infused, there is no AWP into this round to call. Let's give it the 3 UMP buy and 2 M4s as well.
Just lots of SMGs. They might be effective in close range. The position is being wielded by Quicks, but can they find the frags? Apparently the answer is yes. They decimate everyone that's in front of them. Infused have been served up on a platter right now, and Prophecy are looking hungry.
They've lost the bomb as well. Fry 1 makes it 5 versus 4, but still Arch chimes in.
Fry, he needs to be the one-man army. He has his partner in his crime right now as well, as he is in position. Aaron, he can do damage with this AK. An absolute artist with a weapon. He's holding a nice angle as well, but will the push come through? How are they going to be able to approach this one? In terms of utility, double flashbang, they have a smoke as well, so they can try and block off a line of sight, push in, but the whole factor is they need to recover that bomb. It's going to be so hard for them to get these opening kills, recover the bomb, then go for the late round plant.
Infused. They need 1 more kill here if they want a real chance of taking this one with 1 minute left on the clock. They can get the first frag, turn into 2 versus 2, maybe play the trade game on to Kele and have a 1 versus 1 versus Kola towards the boosted drop area. There's a chance.
He comes through. Aaron will not disappoint with the opening frag. He also is now aware of the location of the second man, finds a double kill. The hat trick was not on the cards for him. It's left in a 1 versus 1. Fry only has an AWP. It's such an awkward fight to take. He's going to have to wield the weapon like a shotgun right now as he's playing so up close and personal. Still has 33 seconds, enough time to try and play it, but this looks unwinnable.
Yep, that smoke as well will take off 15 seconds off the clock. Fry1's not going to push through that one. It's suicidal, but still, Collar's close.
Making so much noise though as he just thunderfoots his way in. Gonna try and goes to the no-scope. Fry shuts him down. A little smile, the first bit of emotion he's ever shown, and that is because that was a huge round.
How on earth have they won that? Bomb towards drop, you've smoked off Electric as well. You have the man advantage and the bomb, a near impossible round to lose for the CT side. Collar there on your screens, he knows exactly how unlikely that scenario was to happen. It's going to be 7-5 now, and on the T side of Infused, after losing the pistol, they're slowly bringing this one back.
He spots out a fire, and he was furious, rips his way straight through it, shuts him down. 5-7 right now, looking like potentially if they could try and keep this momentum going, get this 6th round secured, maybe looking at an 8-7 scoreline.
It should be 6 as well. It should be 6-7 because it's going to be the eco coming out for the CT side. No armor, no Kevlar, and just pistols. No assault rifles or SMGs or sniper rifles to really deal the damage they need on their CT side to close out another round.
True indeed, as they do make their approach through. Going to try and continue with these show-stopping frags right now. Is the main man himself, Fry, but he misses the opener. This is where things start to go a little bit south for them, but luckily enough, Aaron's there with a backup of Mick as well as they start to do damage, ripping their way through fairly cleanly of this defense towards the B-bomb site. So they only have these USPs. They have no utility to delay that T-push as well, so they do fall, and we assume that Infused would pick up this round. They get through it fairly swiftly. They don't actually grab the AWP that was dropped off Fry, though.
Yeah, maybe they actually want to stay. Oh, no, they don't. So I was going to say you could go for the 5 AK setup, go for the fast contact plays, go for the executions towards the B-bomb site. Obviously, you don't want an AWP in an execution scenario. The AWP really has its impact towards the early portions of the round and on some bomb sites and after plants. Cobblestone, obviously, the B-bomb site being such a strong after plant position with the AWP. Towards platform, you can lock off the whole of the flank towards T-spawn, drop, and also the run out towards rock. Same goes for A site as well. When you're towards wood, you can see connector, balcony, and much more. Here comes the push there towards mid. As Calais finds the first frag. Actually, Red Snake finds a reply kill. It's going to be a 4 versus 4 still. 1 minute 30 left on the clock, and the bomb is still towards outside drop, towards T-spawn, so a slow default coming out, regardless of the equalized 4 versus 4.
Yeah, nicely done though. And they're grouping up as well, going to try and go for this aggressive play now towards the B-bomb site. Kolor gets the info, but he doesn't get a kill to try and further the lead they have. And Mick bounds into the site off the back of that as he swings his way into action, dispatching everyone in front of him. He's a machine in these scenarios. Just 2 players left on the side of Prophecy, and they are falling. Infused really starting to wreak havoc.
7-7 with the scoreline. Slap going to cut his losses and save the M4 into the next round, the final round at that. Minimum for Infused now 7 rounds on their T side after losing the pistol as well. In terms of kills, MCK stepping up. Thorin on the desk mentioned that actually impressed by the individual skill that Mick provides for this team. And so far, this final map he's delivering. Slap here, you can see the tilt just shining through there. Not too happy with how this result's going. Obviously, right now they are currently 3rd. If they get the draw, I believe they will be 1st. I'm not quite too sure. They might be tied for 1st with Epsilon. But still, a very strong showing here from Infused. This could potentially be the big upset of the week.
Very true. Infused right now showing so much prowess as they just steamroll their way through back into this game. It looked scary, looked like Prophecy had found their form, started to lock it down, but these last couple of rounds, Infused have really been finding all the chinks in their armor and being able to pick up these kills round after round.
Goodness, look at the buy coming out from the CT side as well. It's with a scout onto Collar, scraping together whatever they have left in their bank to bring out a very poor buy. It's going to be 1 kill onto Calais, Thamas onto Arch, UMP onto Quick, Scout onto Collar, and then the 2 M4s onto Slap and Calais. So, utility's fairly strong for the CT side, but they're lacking the extra kits, the extra AWP and firepower that Collar should have in his inventory right now. For Infused, though, once again, it's going to be the AWP to Fry1. 4 AKs as well for them. Fry has really been delivering this AWP and really stepping up. On the T side, question for me, though, can he carry it forward into the second half?
Yeah. Slowest out of CS coming out this time around, though, for Infused. Not going to go for that burst strategy that they've been adopting in a lot of these very aggressive rounds. So they do dial it back a little bit. But how's that going to go down from?
Yep. 1 minute 10 on the clock now. Bomb still outside drop, so Team Infused not giving away their hand as to where they want to end the round just yet. Fry1 holding for the push towards B. Slap and Arch are going to hear these players falling down drop, and how they're going to push together and pincer in drop.
Timing is key into the round, but the flashbang goes in. They go 1 for 1. Trials actually steps up. Mick as well finds a kill back on towards Quicks. This is where it starts to pay off for them. Calais, he's coming in on the retake. He is hot off the press and he's hungry for more.
Collar only has a scout as well to try and retake and gain control back of those B-bomb sites. The man disadvantage, the firepower disadvantage, but luckily though, for Prophecy, Calais does have that defuse kit, so the bomb is planted, but there's still a 5 extra seconds to defuse.
True. They have time to play with. It doesn't need to be instantly, but they have to try and create these 1v1s, find frags that will allow them to slowly make their way back into the bomb site. Kolor could be the man to do that, but he doesn't realize he's paranoid of the location of Mick, but he gets overwhelmed just off the individual skill of Fry. It's all on Kale, running around the smoke, but he will fall. That's an 8-7 half. They were able to do it, got themselves back into a good mindset. Continuous round being picked up, and now they're looking on track to continue this. What's
crazy to think about as well is the fact that, one, Infused, they lost the pistol round, so this could have been an even more one-sided affair. Obviously, that could have been, what, 11-4 in that scenario in terms of buy rounds. Just imagine, Jack, if Fryer 1 had landed that headshot towards Connector when he had the drop on a player when he was in drop. This could have been a 10-5, an 11-4 scoreline here early on in the first half. T-side coming out from Infused. And again, carrying on the form and the momentum from Mirage. Fry, MCK, they're delivering.
Yeah, nicely done. Winning out the half as well. It's going to give them the momentum they need. Now, coming into the pistol, though, need to try and continue that. There's been sloppy pistols, but they have been able to secure them. And you've got to give it to them right now. As long as we see that continued form, if they get this pistol under their belt, they're going to be setting themselves up for what could be a very tenacious CT half.
Precisely that. So far tonight, in this final game here, Jack, the defense, the CT side has won every single 3 out of 3 pistols. Let's see if Infused will carry on the trend here into the second half of the final map of the night. It's going to be Smoke, Diffuse, go onto Red Snake, forces a Kevlar as well for the CT side. And of course, for Prophecy, Slap once again buying the utility and the PT-50. Forces a Kevlar right now for the T side as they fastly approach towards drop and eventually maybe that B-bomb site.
Do slow it down a little bit though. The foot has come off the pedal. They're not going to go for that instant burst style aggression. They do have the one smoke and the flash, so a little bit utility will aid them into how they approach this.
Team Infused don't really have any information towards any portions of the map right now. Red Snake playing for the fast rotation from Connector. Should be able to aid Trials towards drop as well.
Flashbang goes in, so they can flood their way straight through drop down. Will Team Infused have a plumber on speed though as they start to find these frags as the push does come in. Kolor and Slap though remove their way through, but they won't know where the location of Fry. They've only just worked out what has gone on, but he's finding the kills all over the place. Fry finds a hat trick and shuts them down.
There he is, stepping up again into the pistol. We saw a massive 3K from him on Mirage, CT side pistol. And once again, he secures the deal. 4 out of 4 CT pistols won in this best of 2 of the final game of the night. And right now, the CT dominance should carry forward for Team Infused. 7-9 is the score, and the bomb was not planted, Jack, as well. There should be the force spike coming up from Prophecy. As long as Infused can take this one, make it 10-7, win versus the Eco, we should be looking at an 11-7 scoreline. A 4-round advantage for Infused on their CT side cobblestone. There's a real chance for the 2-0 upset here.
Definitely so. As long as we keep seeing this ferocity displayed by Fry, they're going to be in good stand-ins to try and continue this absolute pain train.
So, 3 sets of armor brought up for the T-side. Collar, of course, saving. He buys the Deagle. He will be able to bring out the sniper rifle, the AWP, into the first buy round. Then again, the round still has to play out here. 1 minute 20 on the clock. It's going to be Aaron and Red Snake to hold the line here towards it, and already one of them are down.
He's going to clear his angles. If he doesn't actually check towards tight left here, Aaron can eliminate him. He has the UMP, should rip his way through him fairly swiftly. It only takes 1 round there from Aaron as he keeps his prowess, keeps his cool.
Yep. Bomb not spotted just yet, though. As eventually, MCK finds another one. It's going to be the 4 versus 3.
They're picking them off, and they're finding all these frags with the UMPs as well. So that's going to be that extra cash there, starting to grab. Aaron looked a little bit confused, a little bit unsure about what was going on. Quicks! He knows exactly what's going on as he starts to do damage with that Tech 9, but he's left in a 1 versus 3. Sure, a couple of players here and there are low on the side of Infused, but they have no reason to peek into him. They have the bomb. Quicks has to make all the moves.
3 players staying alive for the CT side as they win versus the force by. SMGs picking up kills left, right, and center, going to be paying dividends for them in terms of the economy leading into the buy rounds. And now, another clean round should come out here from Team Infused versus the full eco coming out from the T-side Prophecy. No Kevlar bought up just yet. Light utility onto Slap. Smoke, flashbang. PT-50 onto Quicks, and apart from that, it's going to be 4 clocks. This is looking like a 4-round advantage here for Team Infused already on the CT side.
Going to be going for that play towards the bomb site, it seems, once again for Prophecy. Obviously, they have nothing to play with. More likely, we see that consistent play they've been going for. Fry. A lot of confidence here as he pushes up. He can catch Slap off guard. He's got a nade out trying to go for the smoke over into the round. So easy to find the opening kill, but he gets quite confident. Tries to push in. He does get the double kill, but he's given them a free weapon. But Mick, he doesn't care. He wants to rip his way through them. A little bit messy, but they do have the advantage into the round. And this has forced Prophecy's hand. You can see they're panicked.
No armor, though. And the remaining 2 players, Quicks and Arch. UMP M4, Molotov is all they have in their inventory. To try clutch this 1, 2 versus 3. Infused now the man advantage, the utility advantage, the armor advantage as well. This is saying all things Infused going into this round.
Oh, they walk straight into Aaron himself, who's not messing about. Finds that first kill towards Quicks, begins to fall back as well as he doesn't want to run the risk of giving them anything else into the round. If they do kill Aaron, they would be in a position to try and win this 1 versus 2, but they do fall.
The only issue here for Infused is, of course, Fry won. He had the M4 and he threw it away. Nevertheless, though, 3 SMGs being brought over potentially into the first buy round hit from Infused. They have 4 rounds to work with, and actually having the 4-round buffer, they're not going to risk it, Jack. Instead, dropping and throwing away, discarding those UMPs. They're going to be keeping on 4 M4 buy. Once again, the AWP bought top for Fry 1. For the flip side, it's going to be the exact same buy here. 4 AKs and 1 AWP for the T side as we go into round number 19, 11-7 scoreline. Prophecy, they need this round to slowly but surely have the comeback and equalize the scoreline. It's going to be 3 players coming towards A long. So this is the default I was talking about, Jack, in when I was commentating the T side from Infused. 3 towards A, 1 towards outside drop, and 1 player alone towards B. Throw your smokes, smoke off platform, Molotov stairs, flashbang as well. You can take platform on your lonesome. Have 3 players go towards A long, smoke off the end of long, block off any potential AWP prowess or entry frag that an AWP may be able to find, and then eventually this puts a scenario where Prophecy have control of A long, control of middle. They can execute towards A, but they can still fake it. They have real estate, they have control of the map, and they're blocking off all information that Infused could possibly have.
Keeping themselves tempered down right now. Not just exploding out. Obviously, Prophecy, they're aware of how dire the states are getting at this point. They can't just charge their way through, as they will be setting themselves up for this late round split push, as they want to try and take that control towards the A-bomb site. Just split their way through, straight through drop down, hit towards the A-bomb site, hope they can overwhelm those CTs, but this is where Trials needs to go huge.
Trials now, the big man of the round. Actually, maybe not. Calais does the fake jump towards drop. Gonna try and cause some panic. Calais down now. Team Infused gonna be anticipating 2 players towards drop, and actually, no, Trials still is holding the angle. There's a chance here.
He repositioned, though. He didn't have himself in such a favourable position as he was in previously. As the push comes out, Aaron, he was in a great spot, but he couldn't find the frags, and it's left on Fry. At this point, just try and hold on to that AWP. Keep yourself bunkered down towards B-bomb site. They are going to push towards you actively, as Calais is the one hunting him out. Calais finds the shot as well. That is brutal.
Cause for concern here for Infused. They discard the SMGs, and they force up. Use all the money they had. Yes, they won 3 rounds in a row, but they basically got rid of those SMGs, reinvested an extra $3,100 per player to buy up those rifles. And now look at the situation they're going to be in. They're going to have no money on the CT side. They're going to be potentially forcing this round, having a weak buy, pistols, armor versus the full buys, the snipers, the assault rifles coming out from the T side. And you can see right now, Neil M right now, calculating whether or not should they buy. Heard him say, all we're going to have is a deagle, and he's right. Yeah. Money is so low. Do you risk this one? If you lose it, you forfeit and concede another round following that on the full eco as well, as you have no Kevlar, no armor. This could easily be 2 rounds coming back in favor of Prophecy. It was 8-11 now. It could be 10-11. The way the Prophecy get back into this one is by breaking that CT bank, and so far, so good.
Trying to rail them up a little bit here, try and get some confidence behind these Infused players. They were looking good, but obviously they've started to let it slip off the back of that round. It's how they get effective economically that you were saying. That's going to be the real kicker off the back of that. It's not even just losing that round, it's the continuing rounds that they could go on to allow to slip. The actual investment does come out, though. They're going to run that risk, and that's a big risk to take.
So, AWP into the hands of Fry 1, of course. UMP onto Trials, Deagle for Aaron. 5-7 and CZ for MCK and Red Snake. So the buy is weak right now coming out from Team Infused. A distinct lack of utility as well, as only Trials and Fry 1 have the grenades that they need going into round number 20.
They need to try and hope everything goes their way at this point. They've pumped so much money into the round. If they lose this, they're going to have to give quite a few rounds to Prophecy for free, essentially. Fry has the AWP, though, and he finds the opening kill. Nicely done. It's a very tight angle there, but he's still landing shots.
Collar there giving away the advantage to Fry 1. 5 versus 4, as the AWP does merit 1 kill. They can smoke off platform now, retrieve the AWP as well. This could be a double upset right now onto the CT side, and a real chance for them to go back-to-back in terms of rounds, make it 12-8. They smoked off platform, but I don't think actually MCK's risk going for the AWP just yet.
Push starting to come out. Quicks finds the headshot on towards Mick. Fry tries to get the trade, and he finds the shot. He will take him down. They have the manpower advantage now.
It's all down to Aaron and Red Snake towards the SA side. And they hold off the push that comes in.
They don't know the slap is there. but they're not in great angles to actually try and deal with him, Snods, as he is pushing up close. The supports come through as well. It's a complete reshuffle as the T's are going to go heavy towards this A site. This could be scary. Slap pushes his way in, clears his angles, finds the first headshot, but the response is there from Red Snake as he lands the 5-7 in close range. Oh, if he would have got the second kill, maybe it would have gone in their favor at this point, but it's left in a 1 versus 1. Kali up against Fry.
This one person you want in this scenario is Fry1. Kali gives away his position. Fry1 pushes the smoke, doesn't quite land the shot though. A massive round right now for both of these teams to win.
Very true indeed, it's so huge. But the elevated angle's in play by Kali. He tries to spray down, but he can't quite connect it. You can see Fry confused as well, trying to play contact with the AWP as he has to reposition, but he's so scared, but he lands the shot! Fry, the clutch man!
Neil M screaming in the background. He knows exactly how crucial that round was to win. Fry1 hits a nutty flick there and secures round number 12, potentially breaking the bank of prophecy as well. For the T side, though, the bomb was planted, so that will merit them a few extra cash. $800 is what? Flashbang, smoke grenade, well, double flashbang smoke, Molotov, smoke grenade and whatnot. So that will aid them in terms of their grenades and utility. But look at that flick there coming out from Fry1. The star player from Infused delivering map after map. So for the buy coming out from Infused, even though they won that round, it's going to be 3 SMGs. Deagle onto, actually no, the SMGs dropped. So 4 UMPs, 1 onto Fry1. That was saved over after winning the clutch. 2 UMPs onto Quicks and Slap, and then 3 AKs to finish off the rest of the buy. They're going hard and fast through mid here.
Just trying to try and funnel their way through. Aaron has the choke point covered, but unfortunately he falls. They can clear out Red Snake's position as well, but he still gets away with 1 frag, and they don't take Matrix control. They just tunnel vision in, take a heavy hit straight through mid. Fry nearly lands the flick, but he has to just try and get out of there at this point. He's so low, and this is looking unstable.
A site notorious for being such a hard site to retake. So many crossfires and angles the T's can have in their afterplan. 4 versus 4 then gets into the CT side. Fry1 is low. There's still a chance here though for Infused to take this one.
So much utility as well. They need to try and use this to aid them. They've got a lot of kits to play with as well. They can try and dial it back a little bit and just work together as a unit. Quicks will be able to overpower Red Snake in that bit of Mortal Kombat there.
Red Snake goes down, and that should be the save coming out from Infused on their CT side. Just cut their losses, throw in the towel, and bring another strong buy into round number 22. They're going to be conceding this one. It should go 9-12 here. Only 3 rounds now separates these 2 teams. Things are getting dicey.
Yeah, you've still got the 2 SMGs. You have that AWP on Fry. Heavy utility investment as well. Might not look like much, but Instinct's following rounds. They need it to try and slow down the push from Prophecy, dial them back a little bit, and don't allow them to be as aggressive.
Yep. You can hear it there from Slap's mic. They're going to play this one passive. They're expecting some CT aggression to come out from the AWPs of Fry1. Obviously found the first frag towards Collar, but that was Collar actually giving away his hand, playing aggressive, and did lose the duel. Obviously, having a sniper rifle, when you're holding the angle, you have to be favoring the sniper that's holding the angle, as obviously you have the advantage in terms of the reaction time. So, round number 22, 12-9 is the scoreline as Infused once again have the advantage on their CT side cobblestone. 5-7 for Red Snake. It didn't stop him last time, would have stopped him again into this round. It's going to be the 2 UMPs for Trials and MCK. And for Aaron, one of the star players from this Infused side, and what, 8 months ago you would have easily been saying or arguing that Aaron was the best player in the United Kingdom, had international offers he turned down, and here he is on the big stage, the Elite Series. Let's see what we can do. It's going to be the UMP onto Slap, 4 AKs as well. They expected Infused to play aggressive into this round, and actually hasn't panned out that way.
Still, a slow style of CS in play. Kolo looking like he's setting himself up to try and work around this smoke, see if he can find an entry on any would-be Infused players that had a confidence push. But that is not on the cards right now.
One of the issues right now for Team Infused is look how passive they're playing towards A. They have no presence towards A long. Lack of information as well. Fry1 playing towards hub at hole, peeking towards middle, so if he misses this first shot towards Slap, that will potentially give up the whole of the A side.
Smokes start to soar through the skies, block off those angles, force out the line of sight. Flashbang goes over, but Mick, he doesn't try and do some damage. He will fall, and surely he goes down. Fry rotates over, but he misses the opening shot. That's so critical into the round. It was a catalyst that would have given Team Infused extra leg room to try and play with here. Everyone is going down. Trials can't even do some damage. It's left on Aaron, and he needs to get out of there, try and backtrack as fast as possible. He is backpedaling away. It looks like he might be able to save.
In the preface before this map, Jack, I mentioned before that Infused notorious for having a weak A-side defense. Aaron and Red Snake, they're playing so passive. They have no information as to what's coming in front of them. They allow themselves to be executed upon. And a fairly easy one-sided round comes out from that. It's going to be 10-12. The money is so low, especially now as Arch finds that final frag onto Aaron. No guns saved, and brought over into this round. 12-10 will be the scoreline. as right now Prophecy only in the 2-round deficit.
It's looking so scary at this point for them. Obviously, Infused, you can hear the frustration there. They realise that they were in a good position.
Yeah, I like what he's saying as well. He says, well, to quote literally, "We've been owning them all game. Why are we playing scared?"
Yeah.
One of the reasons could be the whole the pressure of the fact that actually this upset could be happening. And I've been in scenarios like that. Suddenly you think, oh my god, this is actually happening. We can actually do this. You don't want to be that player that really ends the dream for the rest of the remaining 4 players on your team. It would be that guy that has the throwaway round, gives away the advantage round after round, the player that plays aggressive and doesn't merit success from it. So the pressure is mounting on the shoulders of Team Infused on their CT side. You can hear from the coach himself, he knows they're playing scared, and I mentioned it there again. A site, they're playing onto the site, they're giving up A long, they're giving up control of middle, especially when they have UMPs and 5-7s. Why are they playing so passive? Go for a double A long setup. You know that Prophecy are doing the A long default, 3 towards A long. They're doing the flashes and whatnot, but go for the counter flash setup, play together, and annihilate them before they can even reach the site.
That's the thing, obviously, the contrast there from how aggressive they were playing over on Mirage. We saw constant aggressive plays, try and counter any map control the Prophecy wanted to take, whereas now they're allowing them to take whatever map control they want and trying to play for the retake, and they're just not being able to do it.
Eco coming out from Infused now, as we go into round number 23. There's going to be no armor onto these CT players. Only pistol brought up. There's going to be PT-50s, a Deagle, and a CZ. So this is looking likely right now for Prophecy to be 11-12, 1 round behind Team Infused. Another issue as well, this is a round where Prophecy can build up so much bank versus these pistols, have 4 or 5 stay alive. Yes, there's no SMGs to build up as much cash as possible, but the fact of having 4 or 5 stay alive, you're going to get the $3,500 back into your bank account. If you get 1 kill, suddenly what? 3.8k? That's enough to go for an 8k armor and a buy.
Yeah, it's true right now. Red Snake, though, just trying to fight through the fire here as he is landing the tags, but he can't quite convert it into the frag just yet. Kali gets a little bit confident as he wants to try and go for the repeak. He just decides to back off, but unfortunately Team Infused are falling. Red Snake more like Dead Snake right now as he goes down. Aaron as well. Gonna hit the deck, and it's just left on Fry and Mick.
B-bomb size Prophecies, as we have 5 players staying alive as well, so aforementioned economy is slowly but surely building. Winning this round of 5 players alive will basically cement an extra buy round, so another round where Infused have to win to force that eco to come out in the latter portions of the second half.
Just easy kills going to the way of Prophecy into this round. You did expect them to be able to get this, obviously, Infused on this one. Just want to try and get it out of the way. They don't have that much of a buffer left, though. If Prophecy do claim the next round, obviously that is going to be 12-12. They'll be equal in terms of the scoreline, and it gets very scary at that point. They need to try and respond soon. Mick, well, actually quite a juicy shot, though.
Yep. Does get 1 kill for himself on the Team Infused side into this round. Can salvage his AK and bring it into round number 24. Nevertheless, though, only 1 round separating these 2 teams as things get so close as it goes down to the wire. What is Infused going to bring out into this round? They know that Prophecy anticipate weakness towards the A side. They've been exploiting it round after round. That's been breaking the bank of the CT side. So, round number 24, do you go for a triple setup towards the A side? Double towards A long, have an alt peek towards mid, that could work. Do you play for information, have an alt peek towards A long? Actually, this is the call, this is the read. They anticipate Prophecy to go back towards B and actually expect the unexpected of actually rotating more players towards A. So, bit of reverse psychology, but luckily Infused were winning it.
This is nice as well because you go for the counter boost play with Fry, get him to the elevated angle. Idea is he finds that first frag, you immediately drop back, and that's where Trials is going to be the one warding off any opposition that wanted to try and push through. But it's going to be the heavy burst play straight out of Porch here, so it's going to be a little bit awkward.
Aaron alone as well, close towards platform. Red Snake will be smoked off eventually. What can he do?
They do clear the angle and he'll fall, but luckily enough, Red Snake's there to try and trade. He will find a double kill as he's getting the kills and gets away with his life. Fry can rotate over now as well. He's gone for the boost play from behind. Fry can find so many kills.
He can indeed. There's the ADP on the flank right now. It's a 4 versus 3. What can he do?
He finds the first frag as he opens up this round, tries to do a little bit more. Arch looks confused. He takes him down. Infused are back in the game.
Very smart stack there towards the B-bomb site. Prophecy have been exploiting the weaknesses, the cracks and crevices towards the A site round after round. They've been breaking the bank that way. Neil and Red Snake, they decipher exactly what Prophecy want to bring out into this round. They thought, as I did, it was going to be the 3-man stack there, have 2 players towards A long, the AWP from Fry 1 towards mid to hold off that mid angle. Instead, Red Snake, Neil, they read the situation. Like chess, they read the next play, and it grants them round number 13, but can they be reset from this scenario?
Oh, Inkolo with the opener, bounces his way into the site, finds that kill on towards Red Snake. They're going to be so furious that has occurred.
So, Infused right now. Their round loss bonus has been reset. If you lose multiple rounds in a row, you'll be given money as a mechanism to get back into the game, to allow yourself to buy up into later rounds if you continue to lose. It's a way of getting back into this one. Obviously, in a scenario where you lose multiple in a row, you win one, suddenly the round loss bonus is reset. And that scenario right now that Team Infused are facing, if they lose this round, their round loss bonus is reset. It's back to 1,400, and Prophecy could easily equalize and go further in terms of the scoreline.
Flash goes out. Peak comes around from Trials. He peaks before it actually blooms as well. And Calais will find the kill. Fry, though, playing on the contact AWP, will be able to pick up one kill, but they start to push towards him. Just gets overwhelmed. It's too many angles to try and defend yourself from at that point. And it's an Aaron and Mick save that is going to be coming up.
You have to in this scenario. Impossible round for them to win. Yes, they have the kits. No smokes and Molotov and flashbangs, but two-man disadvantage coming in towards that site. Unfavored scenario for the CT side, and they will save this one. Observer, can we take a look at the money, please, real fast? So, they're going to get 1.4k into the bank account. Fry1's going to have 3,200, so he can't buy an M4. No one on the CT side can buy an M4, so if Infused go for the risk, they force around these two M4s, it's going to be two M4s, and they can drop over some UMP, so it could be a double UMP buy, a CZ onto one player, two M4s, so there's still a chance, but this is where Prophecy can really get back into this one.
Twigs will spot out Mick, but he's actually able to connect the headshot towards him, so they do stay alive and at least have this little tidbit of firepower to aid them into round 26.
See what the bar's going to be like. 12 to 13 with the scoreline now. Look at this shot coming out from Collar as well. Such a pivotal frag to find an entry towards the B bomb site, and eventually they do end there as well. And it forces Aaron and MCK to save across the map. Buy coming out from the CT side. It's looking like they're actually going to be saving this one. Yep, so MCK buying up, but it's going to be the Eco coming out for the remaining three CT players. Two rifles, an AK and an M4 in play right now from the CT side. MCK alone towards A. Going to try and get an entry, play rather aggressive, get that first kill, get the advantage, and try and win off the numbers.
Mick playing up close personal here as well. He's going to fall back a little bit, try and be a little more lenient, but actually Aaron, he's been very decisive as he does get that opening kill.
Yep, unfortunately for them, those towards the top of drops, they can't really retrieve that weapon. Boost comes out for Fry1 on top of the boxes on platform. Unluckily right now, for the CT side of Infused, it's actually going to be the A play coming out from Prophecy. MCK has the AK, double flashbang, and Molotov and Kevlar. So, if there's a player you want to hunker down and anchor this A site, it's definitely Mick. Can he deliver though? Right now Infused, they have the man advantage. Aaron as well, the double rifle setup going to be rotating back towards this A site. It's a very good read once again from Infused. And as well, two other players are going to be joining the ranks towards this A bomb site. This is looking like a big upset round here from Infused.
Yeah, start to reposition, reshuffle your defense towards that A site, but it needs to be a good one right now. The Tunker down starts to find these frags as the openers do come in, but quickly Slap and Arch respond as they dispatch everyone in front of them. Slap gets a double kill. Arch comes in for his second of the round as well. It's left on Red Snake. He's only got a P250. He might have read the round correctly, but unfortunately they just couldn't find the kills.
Let's sit down the 1 versus 3. Arch is on low P. One headshot coming out from the P2000 would merit the frag.
Yeah, they're so low at this point, limping around the battlefield as they find themselves trapped in some awkward locations, but they have no reason to peek, just have to wait for Red Snake to make the first mistake, and they will take him down.
It's strange to the fact that Aaron peeked as well. Fair enough, MCK was mollied out of default. He got one kill, eventually did go down. Unlikely case in that scenario to even get one kill, so fair play to MCK. Issue was Aaron tried to back up Mick, peeked from behind APC, and a player towards middle was easily able to find that kill onto the second M4 that was into the round. So it's going to be the buy coming out from Infused. They scrap together what they can. 3 SMGs, AWP onto Fry1, but no armor. It's the glass cannon AWP, the glass cannon sniper. Very fragile, but can definitely deal enough damage to grant them round number 14. This is the round that could potentially set our winner into this cobblestone map. The smokes towards the B bomb site, the fake smokes as well. This could be a good execution here from Prophecy and catch Infused off guard.
Yeah, so crucial to decide how these rounds are going to start to go, as obviously the smokes do go over towards that B bomb site now, and they will go for the aggressive play. Fry, he's blind, and unfortunately he can't actually work his way through that to get the opening kill. Does reposition, stays alive, finds the opener now as he will eliminate Calais. Quicks goes down as well as Mix is running a little bit rampant with that M4. He cools off a little bit. The T's are on the side, but they begin to fall. Actually, it's just this duo left. Kolo just goes for the instant commit for the bomb plant, but he baits them in. He comes off it. Mick fell for it and goes down.
Slap is isolated now towards rubble. 4 versus 2 right now. Colo's low HP as well.
They have that utility to aid them on the side of Team Infused. Kolor still just going for these aggressive peaks. He's teaming with confidence. He wants to try and find these kills. Could force them out of position. That Molotov is doing a lot of damage to Fry. He has to peek out as the push comes in, but they're facing one by one. They can't trade with each other. Aaron gets the massive opener though, but the spray down comes in from Slap. Luckily enough, Aaron's in the rear, and he will find the headshot.
Look at the relief there onto the coach's face. He knows exactly how close that round was. 2 versus 4. Slap isolated towards rubble. The flashes come in. Collar finds 1 kill. Slap finds the double kill essentially, while those 2 players were blind. Aaron though, from the flank, does seal the deal. Even so, 1 player staying alive for the CT side means the money will be low going into round number 28. It's going to be, again, SMGs into the CT arsenal. Double UMP setup onto Red Snake and MCK. 2 and 4 from Charles and Aaron, and back at it again with the sniper. Fry 1 delivering time after time again. He finds that first kill for the CT side towards the BSO versus Prophecy. A man who's really been stepping up tonight. But anyway, we go into the present, round number 28. UMP onto Calais, 3 AKs and the AWP onto Collar with a buy from Prophecy, as they can't concede this one. Once again, the A long default coming out from them. It worked before, smoking off the end of long, having control of mid and A long, and eventually going for the execution and executing back onto the A site and playing a methodical and slow but clinical execute towards the A site. Still, stalemate towards mid, 5 versus 5 with 1 minute left on the clock. MCK now, and Aaron changing things up. They're playing so passive before. Neil M in the talk in the pause time said, why are you playing so scared? We've been owning them the whole game, to quote him. And now you can see the aggression coming out from the CT side now as they slowly but surely peak these angles and regain real estate towards mid.
Yeah, Mick trying to play on this off angle here, just tuck in close. If they do peek through, they have to clear it or it's an easy trade, but he has no one working with him there to hold it as a crossfire. They are setting themselves up for this push to come through. Time has ticked all the way down. It has to be now or never, but they peek together. They find that opening kill. Aaron, he's in an elevated angle, perched up top. The high ground works out massively as he gets a double kill. Drops up as well, hits someone with a nade. That's a header going out, and Trials comes into effect, eliminates Quicks. It's just left on Kolo. Kolo goes down. It's all on Calais now to try and do work. Runs rampant with that UMP as he speeds through the site.
No
but
time.
He has not got time.
He went for the M4, retrieving that one may be costly. Trying to scrape towards the back of the site. He manages to get it out, has 5 seconds to plant. He fakes it though! That's the round over!
Oh, he peeks up, goes down, Fry finds the kill. He got it just on 4 seconds. He could have committed to the full plant there, but the push came through. He had to get both kills to win the round. What a crazy round.
High risk, high reward in that scenario, going for the fake plant. Yes, he found the first frag onto Red Snake, but Fry 1 didn't peek, didn't give him an edge. With 2 seconds left, he played it patiently, and it's going to go on Infused now, match point. Money still low though. Prophecy, if they win this round with the 3 10-9s, the 2 AKs, make it 14 to 15. Force a very weak buy coming into the final round from the CT side of Infused. There's definitely still a chance here, but still, what can they really do with their lack of firepower? Such a distinct, well, essentially lack of utility as well. 2 smoke grenades onto Calais and Collar. Utility onto Slap, but apart from that, not really any grenades in their inventory. Maybe the crux for Infused to take this one in a very upsetting fashion in a 2-0.
Yeah, Flashpoint's going out early as well. They really don't want to allow Prophecy to push in this one with their own time, and they want to waste as much time as possible. Kolo tries to play around the smoke, but he runs straight into Red Snake, who is going to rip him down. Fry as well does a bit of damage. Fry just single-handedly starting to work his magic now as he's landing these shots, but he does go down, leaves them in a 2 versus 3. They have rifles here.
1-man advantage right now for Prophecy. Actually, no, sorry, Infused. It's actually the 1-man disadvantage for Prophecy. Arch puts that one player towards Rock. But still, they're going to go for the boost towards Tree, catch off the CTs off guard.
If they're not aware of this, Arch could do so much damage.
It.
But they fluff it. They can't get themselves to the elevated angle. Aaron himself will now go for the counterplay. He's up top. He's perched up, and he's finding the kills. Once again, Aaron goes down, but it's a 2v1. Arch has to do it all on his lonesome. He can't quite do it. Team Infused pick up the 2-0. They take the series, and they make UK proud.
Biggest upset of the day, as the UK homestyle boys themselves take the 2-0. The upset win there versus Prophecy. Beginning of the day, these players were the 2nd in the standings, and 5th and 6th position gets the 2-0. That's such a big win there for Infused as well. That might actually be the game that puts them in the top 4, and they make playoffs just off of that 2-0.